Chapter 1, Arrival in FoxVill. The early morning fog hung low over FoxVill, curling around the empty streets like a predator stalking its prey. Black armored vehicles rolled steadily through the city, their engines barely audible under the silence. Inside the lead vehicle, the TECT team sat tense, checking equipment and monitoring incoming reports. Zach, reports show multiple disappearances near the Northern District. Something's off. I can feel it. Ken, off isn't precise. Let's stick to the intel, witness accounts, footage from local cameras, and the recent core tech activity logs. Subject 16 is likely in this area, keep your heads clear. Rico, grinning, intel or not, if he's around, I'm ready to dance. Let him try to outfight me. Viola, without looking up from her tablet, don't underestimate him. He's not just a threat, he's different. Calculated. He watches. He waits. You'll know it when you feel it. The convoy turned down a side street. In the shadows, a pair of eyes watched, reflecting the first hints of sunlight. Somewhere above, a FoxVill News helicopter hovered, its camera trained on the Northern District. Maya Trent, Jared, focus on that alley. Something's moving. Did you see it? Jared Collins, shakily adjusting the camera, yeah, I think no, it's gone. Simone Lark, on air, reports continue to flood in. Residents claim to see a figure, possibly connected to past incidents at Blackthorn Mansion. Authorities advise caution, but details are scarce. Across town, civilians began to stir. Tommy Rivera, sneaking along the edge of a barricade, I'm getting this on tape. They're hiding something. I know it. Linda Hayes, to herself, clutching a scarf, this city hasn't forgotten Blackthorn. And now it begins again. Derek Cole, into radio, Unit 12, hold position. Do not engage unless absolutely necessary. Something's in the streets, bigger than we imagined. Sophie Lynn, ducking behind a car, why am I always in the middle of this? At the edge of the district, a shadow detached itself from the fog. Subject 16 moved with uncanny precision, every step silent, eyes locked on Zach's vehicle. There was something about him, something that called to the predator in 16. Subject 16's thoughts, he's different. Weak, strong, curious, must watch, must test. Meanwhile, inside the core tech facility, alarms blinked red. Dr. Lena March, he's active. Containment protocols have failed. Marcus Rill, what do you want us to do? Deploy field units. Dr. March, track him, observe, and keep him away from the others. Whatever happens, do not let him leave this sector. From the shadows, Shade whispered into a communicator, TECT is here. And the hunt has begun. The city held its breath. Somewhere in the mist, 20 lives were about to collide, hunters, hunted, and those who had no idea what was coming. Chapter 2, Shadows in the Fog. The Northern District's fog thickened, swallowing streetlights and turning every corner into a potential trap. Zach led the convoy to a temporary perimeter near an abandoned warehouse, the last reported sighting of Subject 16. Zach, split into pairs. Keep comms open. No one moves alone. Rico, checking his weapons, sounds like a party. Count me in with Viola. Viola, rolling her eyes, you're the bait. Don't get eaten. Ken, analyzing a tablet, sensors picked up movement near the alleyways. Probability of a BTE presence, high. From the shadows, Subject 16 watched. His gaze was fixed on Zach, calculating, patient, predator instincts sharp. Subject 16's thoughts, he moves differently. Must follow. Test him. Must. Nearby, Tommy Rivera crouched behind a dumpster, camera ready. Tommy, Maya's gonna eat this up. This is real, I'm seeing it with my own eyes. A sudden metallic clang echoed down the street. Everyone froze. Derek Cole, hold position. Don't engage unless necessary. Out of the fog, a figure sprinted across the street, too fast for a human. Subject 16 had made his move, leaping across shadows and disappearing into the alleyways, leaving a trail of overturned trash cans and a chilling silence. Rico, gritting his teeth, there. Did you see that? Ken, pinpointing on the tablet, movement confirmed. He's heading east. Cameras can't track him that fast. We need visual. Viola, I'll flank from the south. Zach, cover the north. Rico, Ken, stay with me, keep him contained. Meanwhile, Maya Trent and Jared Collins ducked behind a barricade, recording everything. Maya, this is insane, I can't believe it. Do you see that? Jared, shaky hand on the camera, yeah, I see it, what is that thing? Across the street, Sophie Lynn and Linda Hayes stumbled into each other, panic evident. Sophie, we shouldn't be out here. There's something out there. Linda, Grim, it's been waiting. And it's hungry. Back in the warehouse perimeter, Zach's voice cut through the comms. Zach, 16 is close. Remember, observe first, engage second. Do not let fear control you. Subject 16 paused atop a fire escape, silently watching Zach. His head tilted, analyzing every micro-movement. Subject 16's thoughts, interesting. Strong. Must see, how far he'll go. The fog shifted, masking movement. Shadows seemed alive. The hunt had begun. FoxVill streets were no longer safe. Every corner hid danger. And among the 20 people now scattered across the district, only a few would truly understand what was coming. Chapter 3, The Hunter Revealed. The fog clung to the northern district like a living thing, twisting around lampposts and empty streets. Zach moved cautiously, scanning every shadow. His comms buzzed quietly as the rest of TECT fanned out. Zach, Ken, status. Ken, checking sensors, he's near the old warehouse. Motion sensors show irregular movement, too fast to be human. Viola, from the south alley, I've got visual, he's using shadows. Silent. Predictable only if you think like him. Rico, cracking his knuckles, let's make this predictable then. Suddenly, a metallic clang echoed again, closer this time. Zach's heart rate spiked, instinct screaming. Zach, everyone, stay sharp. He's testing us. From above, a shadow detached itself from the fire escape. Subject 16 landed silently on the street, crouched, eyes locked on Zach. Every movement was fluid, predatory, almost calculating. Subject 16's thoughts, he knows. Strong, clever, must see his limits, must test him. Zach tightened his grip on his rifle, but something in 16's gaze unnerved him. Unlike previous threats, this one felt personal. Zach, Ken, Viola, stay with me. Don't let him corner civilians. Down the street, civilians scrambled. Tommy Rivera recorded from behind a dumpster, while Sophie Lynn and Linda Hayes ducked into a doorway, breathing hard. Sophie, we shouldn't be out here, he's fast. Linda, stay calm. Watch his movements. He hunts patterns, not just people. 16 tilted his head, studying Zach's posture, testing his reactions. In an instant, he leapt forward, landing with a barely audible thud, closing distance faster than the eye could track. Rico, shouting, contact. He's on the move. Viola, firing a flash grenade, move. The sudden light disoriented 16 briefly. Zach lunged, tackling him to the ground. They rolled across the wet pavement, exchanging blows, 16 fast, precise, almost impossibly strong. Zach blocked and parried, relying on skill over strength. Subject 16's thoughts, interesting. Fights back, curious. Must continue. Ken and Viola arrived, keeping the predator contained, while Rico covered the perimeter. Ken, Zach, get him to the alley. We can trap him there. 16 twisted, almost slipping free, but Zach's grip held. The predator snarled, not a human sound, but not quite animal either. 16. Low, guttural whisper, you, different. Zach, gritting his teeth, yeah, I am. But I'm not alone. From the corner of the street, a fleeting figure watched, shade, whispering into a communicator, he's engaged. Let's see how it plays out. The city around them seemed to hold its breath. Civilians, journalists, and core tech operatives all watched, unaware that the first real clash between predator and human had begun, and that this encounter would set the tone for what was coming next in FoxVill. Chapter 4, Into the Hunt. The fog hadn't lifted. Streetlights flickered, casting long shadows that twisted around broken signage and abandoned cars. Zach, Ken, Viola, and Rico regrouped, catching their breath after the scuffle. Zach, he's too smart to stay in one spot. He's using the city to his advantage. Viola, That's not just intelligence, it's instinct. He's hunting, not fighting. Every move we make, he predicts. Rico, clenching his fists, then let's give him something unpredictable. I say we split up, draw him out. Ken, Rico, splitting the team is exactly what he wants. He studies patterns. He'll pick us off one by one. Before Zack could reply, a scream echoed from the eastern alley. Civilians, Tommy, Sophie, and Linda, were cornered by something moving faster than sight. Tommy, panicking, he's right there. Help, somebody. Sophie, run, just run. Linda, gritting her teeth, keep calm. Don't let him see fear, it's how he hunts. Zack and Viola sprinted toward the scream, weapons ready. 16 emerged from the shadows, fluid and silent, circling the civilians like a predator testing prey. Subject 16's thoughts, interesting. Weak, but alert. Must test. Must observe. Viola fired a stun round, and 16 flinched only slightly, moving faster than the stun could land. He leapt over debris, landing between Zack and the civilians with impossible speed. Zack, back off. Get behind me. Subject 16. Low hiss, different, unlike others. Ken and Rico arrived from different streets, cutting off 16's potential escape. The predator paused, analyzing the new variables, calculating risk versus reward. Ken, Zack, push them toward the alley. We can corner him there. Rico, growling, he's testing us, let's see if he can handle all four of us at once. Meanwhile, from a nearby rooftop, Maya Trent and Jared Collins captured every moment. Maya, this is insane, live footage. He's hunting humans, what is this thing? Jared, shaking camera, I can't, he's too fast. Too smart. Subject 16 shifted focus to Zack, crouching low like a cat ready to strike. Subject 16's thoughts, he's special. Must know why. Must test strength. As 16 lunged at Zack, a sudden explosion of sound, Viola's flash grenade, temporarily blinded him. The civilians scrambled, tumbling into cover. Linda, go, move now. Sophie, panting, I can't believe we're still alive. Tommy, did you see that? He's unreal. Zack blocked 16's strike, feeling the predator's raw strength. Every blow was precise, deliberate. Zack, gritting teeth, you'll have to try harder than that. The predator paused mid-strike, studying Zack again. There was curiosity in his eyes, almost human. Then, with a swift, silent motion, he vanished into the fog, leaving chaos in his wake. Viola, breathing heavily, he's gone, for now. Ken, he's not defeated. He's learning. Every second we're out here, he's getting smarter. From the shadows, Shade whispered, Phase 1 complete. He's playing with them, just as predicted. The Northern District lay in uneasy silence, broken only by the distant sirens and the ragged breathing of those still alive. FoxVill had entered the hunt, and the game had just begun. Chapter 5, The Corporate Sting. Sirens screamed in the distance, but inside the Northern District, another threat was closing in. From the shadows of a skyscraper, core tech operatives moved silently, coordinating through encrypted comms. Dr. Lena March, into headset, containment is failing. Subject 16 is active outside the perimeter. Field units, intercept him immediately. Civilians must be controlled. Marcus Rill, gritting his teeth, understood. Deploying teams to key positions. He won't escape this time. Victor Hale, cracking his knuckles, finally, some action. Let's see how smart he really is. Meanwhile, the TECT team had regrouped in a small alley, panting, bruised, eyes scanning every shadow. Zack, he's moving faster than our sensors can track. Core tech's about to complicate things. Ken, not just complicate, escalate. Their operatives are trained to contain BTEs, not negotiate. If they engage, it could be catastrophic. Viola, we can't let them corner him, or us. Everyone, stay sharp. Protect civilians at all costs. Rico peered around a corner and saw movement, sleek black armor, tactical precision. Rico, oh, they're here. And they're not here for paperwork. Down the street, civilians Tommy, Sophie, and Linda huddled in a small shop. Sophie, why are they here too? I thought we were being protected. Linda, they're not here to help. They want control. And someone, or something, is hunting them too. Above, Maya Trent's camera caught the flash of black armored figures moving with lethal intent. Maya, this is insane, they're core tech operatives. Oh no, they're going after the creature, but they don't care about civilians. Subject 16 emerged silently from the fog, observing both sides. Every movement of TECT and the corporate agents was calculated, a puzzle to solve. Subject 16's thoughts: interesting, new variables. They interfere, yet they cannot stop me. Must adapt. A sudden shout split the street. Marcus Rill, spread out. Secure the perimeter. Do not engage unless you have visual confirmation. Zach, to the team, move civilians into cover. We'll handle the rest. Viola led Sophie, Tommy, and Linda into a narrow alley, away from the main street. Viola, stay quiet. Move fast. If he's near, don't make a sound. From the shadows, 16 analyzed, planning his next strike. His attention returned to Zach. Subject 16's thoughts: leader. Strong. Curious. Must know, must test. Suddenly, one of Core Tech's operatives spotted movement. A gunshot rang out, barely missing 16. He vanished into the fog like a shadow folding into itself, leaving chaos in his wake. Ken, he's exploiting their firepower. He's using them against each other. Rico, growling, we've got to stop him before more civilians get caught in crossfire. Zach, no, we need him alive. We need answers. Let's box him in and keep civilians safe. From the rooftops, Shade whispered into a communicator, Phase 2 begins. Everyone is in play now, let's see who survives. FoxVill had turned into a battlefield, where Predator, Hunter, and corporate force collided, and the first rules of the hunt had already been broken. Chapter 6, The Escape. The Northern District had become a maze of shadows, smoke, and flashing lights. Core Tech operatives combed the streets, scanning for any sign of Subject 16. Dr. Lena March, into headset, containment failed. He's exploiting the city's layout. Field units, widen the sweep, but proceed with caution. Victor Hale, gritting his teeth, caution slows us. I want him cornered, alive, if possible. Meanwhile, TECT moved silently through side alleys, keeping civilians close. Zach, he's not here to fight the city, he's hunting the patterns. We have to predict him before he predicts us. Ken, patterns, he's adapting faster than we can track. Every alley, every shadow, he's using them. Rico, checking a corner, I swear he's teasing us. He's making us chase, letting us think we control this. Up ahead, 16 crouched on a rooftop, observing. His eyes locked on Zach, but his peripheral vision took in the chaos of TECT and Core Tech units. Subject 16's thoughts: variables multiply, control them. No. Observe, adapt, escape. He's clever, but he cannot predict everything. Below, Tommy Rivera peeked from behind a dumpster, camera rolling. Tommy, whispering to himself, this is insane, I'm actually getting this on tape. Sophie, panting, Tommy, be quiet. You'll get us all killed. Linda, he's watching. Don't make a sound. Move slowly. Suddenly, 16 leapt down between two blocks, disappearing into the fog. A stray flash grenade from Viola momentarily illuminated his figure, just enough for Zach to glimpse his predatory stance. Zach, there, he's moving east, keep formation. Core Tech operatives surged forward, their guns raised. Marcus Rill, do not let him escape. Surround him. 16 paused, observing the advancing forces. With inhuman speed, he darted into a narrow alley too tight for the operatives to follow. The team tried to pursue, but the alley led to a network of service corridors and abandoned buildings, perfect for his escape. Viola, frustrated, he's slipping through, again. Ken, we underestimated his mobility. He's using every escape route, every shadow. We need a better plan. Rico, gritting his teeth, we can't let him disappear into the city. Not after what he did at Blackthorn. Meanwhile, Shade observed from a distant rooftop, whispering, Phase 3, the chaos spreads. Everyone is playing into his hands. Tommy, unaware of the larger strategy, captured a fleeting image of 16 moving through the fog. Tommy, yes, got it. This is proof of him. Sophie gasped. Tommy, don't show it. Linda, keep moving. Every second we linger, we're a target. By the time TECT and Core Tech regrouped, 16 had vanished, leaving only footprints in puddles and a growing tension in the city streets. Zack, grimly, he's out there. Watching, learning, and he's not done yet. Viola, we'll catch him, but next time, he won't slip away so easily. The Northern District remained silent, but the fog carried a faint, predatory whisper, reminding everyone that the hunt had only just begun. Chapter 7, The Chase Through FoxVill. The fog lifted slightly, revealing the cracked streets and flickering neon signs of FoxVill. But the silence was deceptive, every shadow held movement, every corner could be a trap. Zack, spread out, but maintain comms. He's using the streets to his advantage, predictable only if we force him to act. Ken, our sensors are useless in the alleys. We need visual confirmation. Viola, perched on a fire escape, I've got a high vantage. He moves fast, but patterns emerge. Watch the side streets, he uses them to flank. Rico, running down a cracked sidewalk, I don't like running after a ghost, but someone's gotta chase the bastard. From the opposite direction, Core Tech operatives advanced in synchronized formation, weapons raised, scanning. Victor Hale, he won't escape this time. Field units, converge on Sector 3. Cut him off. Dr. Lena March, watching monitors, no. He's already exploiting their movements. Adjust the sweep. We need him contained alive. In the chaos, civilians tried to stay out of sight. Tommy Rivera, still filming, ducked behind a dumpster. Tommy, whispering, he's right there, I can see him, but he's moving so fast. Sophie Lynn, grabbing Tommy's arm, stop filming. You'll get us all killed. Linda Hayes, stay calm. He doesn't just kill, he observes, he learns. 16 paused at an intersection, crouched low, scanning the advancing TECT and Core Tech forces. His gaze locked on Zack once more. Subject 16's thoughts, leader, patterns, must-see reactions. Must adapt, must survive. Suddenly, he vanished, slipping through a narrow alley that even Core Tech's field units couldn't enter. Rico, slamming his fist against a wall, he's too fast, too smart. Ken, no, Rico. He's adapting. Every time we predict, he changes. We're not dealing with a normal BTE. From above, Maya Trent's helicopter captured fleeting glimpses of 16 moving like a shadow. Maya, into comms, he's heading north. Everyone move, he's using the streets like a labyrinth. Jared Collins, shaky, I can barely see him. He's unreal. Zack signaled TECT to regroup near a collapsed building, forcing a bottleneck in 16's path. Zack, block him here. Use the streets to funnel him. We need to control his options, not fight blindly. Viola, be ready. He won't go down quietly. From a rooftop, Shade watched silently, whispering, Phase 4, escalation. Everyone's playing into his hands. Let's see how long they survive. As 16 emerged from the next alley, his eyes locked on Zack. The predator crouched, ready to test the humans again. But the streets were no longer just his hunting ground, they had become a chessboard, and every move counted. The chase through FoxVill had begun in earnest. Every step, every decision, every shadow held danger. And in the midst of it all, 20 lives were being drawn into a deadly game where only wit, courage, and a little luck could make a difference. Chapter 8, Predator in the Streets. Fog clung to FoxVill like a living veil, twisting streetlights into spectral shapes. Every shadow was a potential threat, and everyone in the Northern District felt it. Zack, he's no longer just observing. He's hunting. Keep civilians out of sight, no mistakes. Viola, from a fire escape, he's using cross streets to flank us. Every alley he passes becomes a trap. We have to predict his path, not just follow. Rico, snarling, predict him. I just want to hit him before he hits someone else. Ken, analyzing a map on his tablet, he's patterning us, learning fast. If we separate, we make it worse. Stick tight, funnel him into a controlled zone. In a nearby alley, Tommy, Sophie, and Linda scrambled for cover. Tommy, he's right there. He's moving like he can see through the fog. Sophie, panicked, Tommy, stop filming. He'll see the light, he's coming. Linda, pulling them deeper into cover, quiet, move slowly, every sound he notices. Subject 16 crouched atop a fire escape, surveying the streets. His attention snapped back to Zach, who had just coordinated the TECT team to create a bottleneck at the intersection. Subject 16's thoughts: leader, clever. Must test reactions. Must survive. Fun begins. Without warning, 16 dropped silently into the intersection, moving like a shadow folding over itself. The sudden appearance sent a wave of panic through civilians and core tech operatives alike. Victor Hale, firing a warning shot, he's here. Contain him, now. 16 leapt between the operatives, dodging bullets with inhuman speed. Rico, shouting, focus on him, not the civilians. Zach, Viola, funnel him north. Ken, flank east, don't let him slip. From a rooftop, Maya Trent captured every move. Maya, he's almost untouchable. We have to warn people, this is insane. 16 paused momentarily, calculating. Then he sprinted down a narrow corridor of abandoned shops, forcing the team to scatter to avoid civilian casualties. Ken, gritting his teeth, he's exploiting us. Every move we make, he predicts. Viola, not just predicts, he manipulates. Look at the streets. Every corner leads him closer to chaos. From above, Shade whispered into a communicator, Phase 5, chaos. Let's see how far they'll go before they break. As 16 disappeared into the fog, Tommy caught a glimpse of him on camera. Tommy, excited but terrified, got it. I actually got it. Sophie, frantically, Tommy. Don't celebrate, we're still alive by luck. Linda, pulling them forward, we survive by moving, not watching. Zach regrouped the team at the intersection. The city streets were quiet, for now, but the silence was deceptive. Somewhere in the fog, the predator waited, watching, learning, and preparing for the next strike. Zach, grimly, he's testing us. Every second, he's getting smarter. We have to be faster, or he wins. FoxVill had become a hunting ground, and everyone, even TECT, Core Tech, and the civilians, was part of the game. Chapter 9, Cornered. The Northern District had become a maze of shadows, debris, and flickering streetlights. Every alleyway hid a threat, every corner could be a trap. Zach, keep tight. He's hunting in patterns now, not just evading. Civilians need to stay behind us. Viola, peering down a narrow street, he's using the environment, walls, cars, shadows. He'll force us to make a mistake if we rush. Rico, gritting his teeth, I don't have time to wait. Let him make a move, I'll handle him. From behind a corner, a scream split the air. Sophie and Tommy had been separated from Linda, trapped near a collapsed storefront. Sophie, panicked, Tommy. Linda, help. Tommy, camera rolling, whispering, I see him, he's right there. Linda, shoving them behind rubble, stay quiet. Don't breathe too loud. From the shadows, 16 emerged, crouched low, eyes locked on Zach. But he also observed the civilians, calculating risk and opportunity. Subject 16's thoughts: weak, afraid, but curious. Leader, must test, must survive, must teach. Zach signaled the team. Zach, Viola, flank left. Ken, cover the alley. Rico, stay on my 6. Move civilians to cover. The predator moved with fluid precision, striking the alley where civilians were hiding. A trash can toppled, scattering debris across their path. Rico, shouting, not on my watch. He lunged toward 16, swinging, but the predator sidestepped effortlessly, using his momentum to close in on Zach. Zach, blocking a strike, Viola. Now, a flash grenade erupted, temporarily disorienting 16, but only for a moment. His eyes scanned the scene, calculating the next move. Subject 16's thoughts: interesting. They fight together, yet unprepared. Must adapt, test reactions further. Ken fired a stun round, forcing 16 to leap onto a nearby rooftop. From there, he crouched, eyes glinting as he observed every human below. Ken, panting, he's learning, faster than we anticipated. Viola, keeping watch on the civilians. They're shaken, but alive. For now, we need a better strategy before he corners someone permanently. From across the street, Core Tech operatives advanced, trying to box 16 in, but their formation only funneled him deeper into the city, closer to the civilians. Marcus Rill, don't let him escape. Focus on containment. Dr. Lena March, frustrated, they're moving too slow, adjust, now. 16 leapt silently between buildings, his focus never leaving Zach. Subject 16's thoughts. Leader, curious, must test more. Must survive, must win. The northern district echoed with chaos, gunfire, shouts, and the distant whir of Maya's helicopter capturing the hunt. For the first time, TECT felt the full weight of hunting a predator that understood tactics, adapted instantly, and thrived on the fear it inspired. Zach, grimly, to the team, he's not just a BTE. He's learning, evolving. We need a new plan before more civilians are endangered. FoxVill was no longer just a city, it was a hunting ground, and the game had only just begun. Chapter 10, FoxVill Under Siege. Fog and smoke twisted through the northern district, carrying the scent of wet asphalt and burning debris. Sirens echoed faintly in the distance, but the real danger lurked in the shadows. Zach, split teams. Cover every exit, every alley. He's using the city like a labyrinth, we force him into one path. Viola, perched on a street lamp, I can see multiple exit routes. He's predicting us, moving like he knows our every step before we take it. Ken, sensors are useless. He's too fast, too adaptive. We need eyes on him at all times. Rico, running alongside Zach, enough talk. Let's catch him before more civilians get hurt. From a crumbling storefront, Tommy, Sophie, and Linda huddled together. Tommy, whispering, camera in hand, I think he knows we're here, I can feel it. Sophie, panicked, just keep moving. Don't look at him. Linda, silence. Every sound is a signal to him. We survive by staying calm. Above, Subject 16 crouched atop a rooftop, eyes scanning every movement of TECT and Core Tech. Subject 16's thoughts. Leader, clever, reactive, curious. Must test limits. Must hunt. Must survive. Suddenly, he dropped into the street, striking with lightning speed. A trash can toppled, startling the civilians and forcing TECT into defensive positions. Rico, shouting, he's here. Watch the civilians. Viola, firing a flash grenade, move them. Now. Ken coordinated remotely, guiding civilians toward safer streets while maintaining line of sight on 16. Ken, Zach, flank him east. I'll try to herd the civilians north. From the opposite street, Core Tech operatives moved in perfect formation, attempting to corner 16. Victor Hale, no escape. Engage with lethal force if necessary. Dr. Lena March, frustrated, observing monitors, he's exploiting their aggression. They're playing into his hands. 16 paused for a fraction of a second, analyzing every human and obstacle, then darted into a narrow alley, disappearing. Zach, grimly, he's not just hunting, he's manipulating us. Every move, every distraction, he controls it. Tommy's camera captured a fleeting image of 16 moving through fog and shadows. Tommy, excited, whispering, yes, proof, got it. Sophie, panicked, Tommy, stop celebrating, he's still out there. Linda, we survive by moving, not watching. Follow me. On the rooftops, Shade whispered into a communicator, Phase 6, chaos escalates. Everyone is a piece on the board, let's see how they move. Zach regrouped TECT, catching his breath. Zach, he's learning faster than anticipated. We have to anticipate his anticipation, predict his moves before he predicts ours. Viola, every street, every shadow, every alley, it's his playground. He's not just a predator, he's a tactician. The Northern District was no longer just a city, it had become a battlefield. Civilians, operatives, and TECT were all pieces in a deadly game where the predator not only survived, but thrived. FoxVill had fallen under siege, and Subject 16 was in full control of the hunt. Chapter 11, The Trap. The streets of FoxVill were fractured by fog, smoke, and scattered debris. Every shadow seemed alive, twisting with the threat of danger. Zack, he's leading us somewhere, I can feel it. Stay alert, he's predicting every step. Viola, peering down an alley, he wants us funneled. Look at the streets, they narrow ahead. We walk right into his playground if we're not careful. Ken, we need to anticipate his moves, not chase blindly. Civilians first, then strategy. Rico, clenching fists, predict him all you want. I just want to hit him before he hits anyone else. Meanwhile, Sophie, Tommy, and Linda were moving cautiously, sticking close to cover. Tommy, camera shaking in hand, he's close. I can feel it. Sophie, panicked, Tommy, keep quiet. Don't draw attention. Linda, slow and steady. Every sound as a signal to him. Subject 16 crouched above the street, atop a broken rooftop, observing every move. His attention snapped repeatedly to Zack, tracking, calculating, testing. Subject 16's thoughts: leader, clever, reactive, curious. Must test reactions, must survive, must teach. Suddenly, debris shifted in the fog below. 16 dropped silently into the street, striking with fluid precision. Civilians screamed and TECT immediately scrambled to cover. Rico, shouting, watch the civilians. He's right there. Viola, firing a flash grenade, move them, now. Ken guided civilians toward a side street, coordinating TECT's movements while keeping eyes on 16. Ken, Zack, flank him north. We'll funnel him toward the intersection. From a side street, Core Tech operatives converged, attempting to corner 16. Victor Hale, contain him. Don't let him escape. Dr. Lena March, monitoring drones, he's using them, against us. Adjust formation now. 16 paused mid-street, analyzing every human and obstacle, then darted down a narrow alley, too tight for the operatives to follow, and disappeared. Zack, grimly, he's using the city, manipulating the environment. Every distraction, every movement, he controls. Tommy captured the moment on camera, his eyes wide with excitement. Tommy, whispering, got it, got it. Proof of him. Sophie, panicked, stop celebrating. We're still alive by luck. Linda, pulling them along, move. Survival comes first. Above, Shade, whispered into a communicator, Phase 7 begins. Chaos spreads. Everyone is playing into his hands. Let's see who breaks first. Zack regrouped TECT, his eyes scanning every shadow, every alley. Zack, he's learning faster than we expected. We need a plan that forces him to react, not the other way around. Viola, every street, every corner, every shadow, it's his hunting ground. We're in his domain now, and he's in control. The Northern District was no longer just a city, it was a predator's playground, and every human in it was part of a deadly game. FoxVill had become a battlefield, and Subject 16 had set the trap. The hunt had escalated, and now it was a test of strategy, courage, and survival. Chapter 12, Manipulated. The Northern District burned with scattered fires from overturned vehicles, casting an orange glow that danced across the fog. Every corner held danger, and every alley was a potential trap. Zack, he's pushing us, using the city against us. Stay alert. Don't take the bait. Viola, scanning the rooftops, patterns are emerging. He wants us chasing, but he's controlling the pace. We can't let him dictate the fight. Ken, sensors are useless in this mess. We need to anticipate, not react. Every move must be calculated. Rico, gritting his teeth, I've got zero patience for calculation. We hit first, figure it out later. Down a side street, Tommy, Sophie, and Linda ducked behind debris. Tommy, camera rolling, he's right there. He's watching everything we do. Sophie, frantic, Tommy, stop filming, you'll get us killed. Linda, quiet, every sound is a signal. Move slow, he learns from mistakes. 16 crouched above the chaos on a broken rooftop, observing TECT, Core Tech, and civilians alike. His focus repeatedly returned to Zack, studying reactions, calculating options. Subject 16's thoughts: leader, clever, reactive, curious. Must force mistakes, must test, must survive. He dropped into the street with impossible speed, sending debris flying and forcing core tech operatives to scatter. Civilians screamed as TECT scrambled to protect them. Rico, shouting, "Stay back. Protect the civilians." Viola, firing a flash grenade, "Move them. Don't let him corner them." Ken guided civilians toward safer streets, using hand signals and shouts. Ken, Zach, flank east. Funnel him where we can control the environment. Core tech operatives advanced from the opposite direction, attempting to box 16 in. Victor Hale, contain him. Don't let him escape. Dr. Lena March, monitoring drones, he's exploiting their formation, adjust. 16 paused in mid-street, analyzing every human and obstacle, then vanished into a narrow alley. The operatives tried to follow but became trapped in the tight streets, their movement restricted. Zach, grimly, he's not just hunting, he's manipulating us. Every distraction, every movement, he controls. Tommy's camera captured the predator moving through fog and shadows. Tommy, excited whisper, "Yes, proof, got him on tape." Sophie, panicked, "Stop celebrating. He's still out there." Linda, pulling them along, "We survive by moving, not watching." Forward. From a distant rooftop, Shade whispered, "Phase 8, manipulation complete. Watch them make mistakes, and the hunt continues." Zach regrouped TECT, sweat running down his face, eyes scanning every alley. "Zach, he's learning faster than we expected. We have to anticipate his anticipation, force him to react, not the other way around." Viola, every street, every corner, it's his hunting ground. We're in his domain, and he's in control. FoxVill had become a predator's battlefield, and every human, TECT, core tech, civilians, was part of the deadly game. Subject 16's hunt was evolving, and the humans were already one step behind. Chapter 13, Isolation. FoxVille's streets had become a labyrinth of shadows, smoke, and flickering lights. Every turn could conceal a threat, every alleyway was a potential trap. "Zach, he's splitting us up. Keep tight, no one moves alone. He's trying to isolate targets." Viola, scanning the rooftops, "I see him, crouched on the ledge above Main Street. He's watching, waiting for someone to slip." Ken, he's calculating every human response. "Civilians first. We can't lose focus." Rico, gritting his teeth, "Let him try. He won't take anyone without a fight." Meanwhile, Tommy, Sophie, and Linda moved cautiously behind a collapsed wall, every step measured. Tommy, camera rolling, whispering, he's picking them off, I think. We have to stay hidden." Sophie, frantic, "Tommy, stop filming. He'll see us." Linda, quiet, slow, every movement counts. Survival isn't just hiding, it's observing, anticipating. 16 crouched on a rooftop above the intersection, his eyes repeatedly returning to Zach. Every human movement was analyzed, every reaction noted. Subject 16's thoughts: leader, strong, curious. Must test, must survive. Isolate, control, hunt. He dropped silently into the street, targeting a small gap between TECT members. His presence was sudden, almost ghost-like. Rico, shouting, "He's there. Don't let him reach them." Viola, firing a flash grenade, "Move civilians. Now." Ken guided the civilians through a side alley, using gestures to keep them quiet. Ken, Zach, flank right. Force him toward the intersection. Keep eyes on civilians. Core tech operatives converged from another street, attempting to corner 16. Victor Hale, no escape. Box him in. Dr. Lena March, monitoring drones, he's exploiting them again, adjust formation. 16 paused mid-street, evaluating the humans and obstacles, then vanished into a narrower alley. Core tech's units tried to follow but were slowed by the tight streets. Zach, grimly, he's not just hunting, he's forcing mistakes, isolating us. Every distraction, every movement, he controls. Tommy captured fleeting footage of 16 moving like a shadow. Tommy, whispering, got him on tape." Sophie, panicked, "Stop celebrating. He's still out there." Linda, pulling them along, "Forward. Survival comes first, observation second." From a distant rooftop, Shade whispered into a communicator. Phase 9, isolation successful. Watch as they struggle, the hunt accelerates. Zack regrouped TECT, scanning every alley and shadow. Zack, he's learning faster than we can adapt. We have to anticipate his anticipation, predict his reactions, not react blindly. Viola, every street, every corner, it's his playground. He's not just a predator, he's a tactician. FoxVill had become a predator's labyrinth, and every human, TECT, core tech, and civilians was part of a deadly game. Subject 16's hunt was evolving, and now he was forcing the humans into isolation, testing their limits like pieces on a board. Chapter 14, First Contact. Smoke and fog twisted through FoxVille streets, turning familiar alleys into a nightmarish maze. Every shadow held danger, every corner could conceal a predator. Zack, he's isolating them. Keep formation tight, no one moves alone. Every step counts. Viola, scanning rooftops, I see him, crouched above Main Street. He's waiting for someone to make a mistake. Ken, sensors are useless. We rely on sight and instinct. Civilians first, then strategy. Rico, clenching his fists, enough predicting. Let him try. I'll be ready when he moves. In a narrow alley, Tommy, Sophie, and Linda huddled behind debris, breath shallow. Tommy, camera shaking, he's right there. He's hunting. Sophie, frantic, Tommy, stop filming. You'll give him a reason to attack. Linda, stay quiet, move slowly, every sound is a signal. Survival is careful observation. 16 crouched above the intersection, eyes locked on Zack, analyzing reactions, anticipating moves. Subject 16's thoughts. Leader, strong, clever, curious. Must isolate, must test, must survive. With impossible speed, 16 dropped into the alley, targeting a small gap between TECT members. The sudden presence sent a ripple of tension through both humans and civilians. Rico, shouting, he's there. Protect the civilians. Viola, firing a flash grenade, move them, now. Ken guided civilians, signaling TECT to flank and control the environment. Ken, Zack, push right. Force him toward the intersection while keeping eyes on civilians. Core tech operatives advanced, attempting to box 16 in. Victor Hale, contain him. No escape. Dr. Lena March, monitoring drones, he's exploiting them, adjust formation. 16 leapt over debris, dodging fire and closing in on an isolated operative. With precise strikes, he incapacitated the target without breaking pace. Zack, grimly, he's not just hunting, he's testing reactions, isolating us. Every movement, he controls. Tommy captured fleeting footage of 16's incredible speed and precision. Tommy, whispering, got it, proof, he's unreal. Sophie, panicked, stop celebrating. He could turn back at any moment. Linda, pulling them along, forward. Observe, survive, and learn. From a distant rooftop, Shade whispered, Phase 10, isolation complete. Watch as they struggle, let the hunt accelerate. Zack regrouped TECT, scanning the streets. Zack, he's learning faster than we can adapt. We have to anticipate his anticipation, predict his moves, don't just react. Viola, every street, every corner, it's his hunting ground. He's not just a predator, he's a strategist. FoxVill had become a predator's battlefield, and every human, TECT, core tech, and civilians was now part of a deadly game. Subject 16's hunt was evolving, and this first direct confrontation had shown that he could control the battlefield, the humans, and the chaos around him. Chapter 15, Critical Mass. FoxVille's northern district was a war zone of smoke, debris, and flickering lights. Every alley was a potential death trap, every shadow could conceal a predator. Zack, he's spreading out. We can't let him isolate anyone. Stick together, watch each other's backs. Viola, on a rooftop scanning streets, he's everywhere. Multiple paths, multiple options. He's dividing us before we even realize it. Ken, sensors are useless. We rely on line of sight, communication, and instinct. Keep civilians safe first, then control the battlefield. Rico, gritting his teeth, let him come. We'll show him he's not the only predator here. Down a side street, Tommy, Sophie, and Linda huddled behind a burned-out vehicle. Tommy, camera rolling, he's taking them out one by one. I can't believe how fast he moves. Sophie, frantic, Tommy, stop filming, just survive. Linda, quiet, every noise is a signal. Watch him, anticipate him, and move. From above, 16 crouched on a rooftop, eyes locked on Zach and the team. Every human movement was analyzed, every reaction logged. Subject 16's thoughts: leader, strong, clever, curious. Must test, must isolate, must survive. Multiple targets, evaluate reactions, adapt, dominate. He dropped into the street below, moving with impossible speed. Civilians screamed as debris flew, forcing TECT to split up. Rico, shouting, protect the civilians. Don't let him pick them off. Viola, firing flash grenades, move. Keep them together. Funnel him where we can control him. Ken guided civilians through narrow alleys while signaling TECT members. Ken, Zach, flank right. Force him toward the intersection. Don't let him isolate anyone. Core Tech operatives advanced, attempting to corner 16. Victor Hale, box him in. No escape. Dr. Lena March, monitoring drones, he's exploiting their aggression, adjust immediately. 16 leapt over debris and street barricades, targeting 2 operatives at once with precise strikes that left them incapacitated without hesitation. Zach, grimly, he's not just hunting, he's controlling everything. Every distraction, every movement, he manipulates it. Tommy captured fleeting footage of 16 moving like a shadow, almost untouchable. Tommy, whispering, got it, proof, he's unreal. Sophie, panicked, stop celebrating. He could turn back at any moment. Linda, pulling them along, keep moving. Observe, survive, learn. From a distant rooftop, Shade whispered into a communicator, Phase 11, multiple targets engaged. Watch them struggle, let chaos reign. Zach regrouped TECT, scanning every alley, every street, every corner. Zach, he's learning faster than we can adapt. We have to predict his reactions before he predicts ours. Viola, every street, every shadow, it's his hunting ground. He's not just a predator, he's a tactician controlling the battlefield. FoxVill had become a predator's labyrinth, and every human, TECT, Core Tech, and civilians was a piece in a deadly game. Subject 16's hunt had escalated, proving he could manage multiple threats at once, force humans into errors, and dominate the chaotic battlefield he had created. Chapter 16, Picking Them Off. The northern district of FoxVill was a shattered battlefield of smoke, flickering lights, and debris. Each street had become a maze, each alleyway a potential trap. Zach, he's isolating us. Don't let him separate anyone. Stick together, cover each other's blind spots. Viola, perched on a fire escape. He's calculating every move. Look at the alleys, he's forcing paths, controlling options. Ken, sensors are useless. Civilians first, then strategy. Every action must be coordinated. Rico, gritting his teeth, let him come. I'll handle whoever he picks off first. Tommy, Sophie, and Linda moved cautiously through the debris-strewn streets. Tommy, camera rolling, whispering, he's going after them. It's like he can predict who moves first. Sophie, frantic, Tommy, stop filming, just survive. Linda, quiet, slow, every sound is a signal. Observe, anticipate, act only when necessary. 16 crouched above the streets, eyes locked on Zach, but calculating every movement of TECT members and civilians alike. Subject 16's thoughts: leader, strong, curious, clever. Must isolate, pick them off, survive, test limits. He dropped into the street, striking at an isolated Core Tech operative before anyone could react. The sudden movement created panic and chaos. Rico, shouting, move. Protect the civilians. Viola, firing a flash grenade, cover them. Don't let him reach anyone alone. Ken guided civilians to side streets while signaling TECT members. Ken, Zach, flank left. Force him toward a controlled intersection. Keep eyes on everyone. 16 leapt over debris and barricades, striking one TEC member's flank, forcing them to retreat. Zack, grimly, he's not just hunting, he's choosing targets, controlling the chaos, and forcing mistakes. Tommy captured fleeting footage of 16's inhuman agility. Tommy, whispering, got him, proof, he's unreal. Sophie, panicked, stop celebrating. He could turn back at any moment. Linda, pulling them along, keep moving. Survival first. Observation second. From a distant rooftop, Shade whispered, Phase 12, isolate and pressure. Watch them fracture, let the hunt continue. Zack regrouped TECT, scanning every street, alley, and shadow. Zack, he's learning faster than we can adapt. We must predict his reactions, not just react to them. Viola, every street, every corner, it's his hunting ground. He's a predator and a tactician, controlling the battlefield. FoxVill had become a predator's domain, and every human, TECT, core tech, and civilians was a piece in a deadly game. Subject 16's hunt had escalated further, showing he could isolate individual threats, exploit mistakes, and dominate the battlefield. Chapter 17, Desperate Measures. Smoke curled from burning vehicles, mixing with the thick fog that had overtaken FoxVill's northern district. Every alley seemed alive, every shadow a potential threat. Zack, he's isolating us one by one. Cover each other, every move counts. Don't give him an opening. Viola, perched above on a broken rooftop, he's calculating every reaction. Look at the streets, he's funneling us exactly where he wants. Ken, sensors are useless here. Civilians first, then strategy. Watch each other and anticipate his moves. Rico, gritting his teeth, enough planning. Let him come, I'll handle the first one who moves wrong. Tommy, Sophie, and Linda edged carefully through debris-strewn streets, hearts pounding. Tommy, camera shaking, he's going after them, one by one. We can't let him see us. Sophie, frantic, Tommy, stop filming, focus on surviving. Linda, move quietly, slowly, every noise is a signal. Observe and anticipate before acting. 16 crouched on a crumbling rooftop, his eyes alternating between Zack and the separated team members. Subject 16's thoughts: leader, strong, clever, curious, must isolate, test, dominate, survive. He dropped into the street, moving with inhuman speed, striking at a separated TECT member. The sudden attack sent shockwaves through both humans and civilians. Rico, shouting, protect them. Don't let him take anyone alone. Viola, firing a flash grenade, move the civilians. Funnel him where we have control. Ken guided civilians into safer alleys while signaling TECT members for coordinated movements. Ken, Zack, flank left. Force him toward the open street, don't let him isolate anyone. 16 darted between debris and barricades, striking and retreating with precise timing, forcing TECT members to cover each other constantly. Zack, grimly, he's controlling the battlefield, isolating targets and exploiting every mistake. Tommy captured fleeting footage of 16 moving like a shadow, untouchable and calculating. Tommy, whispering, got him, proof, he's unreal. Sophie, panicked, stop celebrating. He's still hunting. Linda, pulling them along, keep moving. Survival first. Observation second. From a distant rooftop, Shade whispered, Phase 13, pressure applied. Watch them scramble, let the hunt intensify. Zack regrouped TECT, eyes scanning every alley, corner, and shadow. Zack, he's learning faster than we can adapt. We have to predict his reactions before he predicts ours. Viola, every street, every shadow, it's his playground. He's a predator and a strategist, controlling every move. FoxVill had become a predator's hunting ground, and every human, TECT, core tech, and civilians was a piece in his deadly game. Subject 16's hunt had escalated again, showing he could force humans into mistakes, dominate individual confrontations, and manipulate the battlefield with deadly precision. Chapter 18, The Edge. Smoke from burning vehicles coiled into the fog, the orange glow casting long, twisting shadows over FoxVille's shattered streets. Every alleyway had become a potential trap, every corner a death sentence. Zack, He's pushing us to the edge. Stick together, cover every angle. No one moves alone. Viola, perched on a crumbling rooftop, he's predicting our moves. He's forcing us toward the open streets, where he can control everything. Ken, sensors are useless. Civilians first, then strategy. We have to anticipate, not react. Rico, gritting his teeth, let him try. Whoever makes the first mistake won't live to regret it. Tommy, Sophie, and Linda edged along a collapsed building, hearts hammering in unison. Tommy, camera rolling, whispering, he's coming at all of us at once. We have to stay hidden. Sophie, panicked, Tommy, stop filming, just survive. Linda, move quietly, slowly, every sound as a signal. Observe and anticipate before acting. 16 crouched atop a broken rooftop, eyes fixed on Zach and the separated TECT members, analyzing every movement, every subtle reaction. Subject 16's thoughts. Leader, strong, curious, clever, must test, dominate, survive, break them. With impossible speed, 16 dropped into the street, striking toward the nearest TECT member. Chaos erupted, civilians screamed, debris flew, and core tech operatives scattered in panic. Rico, shouting, protect the civilians. Don't let him isolate anyone. Viola, firing a flash grenade, move them. Funnel him where we can control him. Ken guided civilians into safer streets while signaling TECT members to coordinate a counterflank. Ken, Zach, flank east. Force him toward the intersection. Keep eyes on everyone. 16 darted between overturned cars and debris, striking and retreating with deadly precision. Zach, grimly, he's controlling the battlefield, forcing mistakes and isolating targets. He's learned faster than we can adapt. Tommy captured fleeting footage of 16 moving like a shadow, untouchable and calculating. Tommy, whispering, got it, proof, he's unreal. Sophie, panicked, stop celebrating. He could turn back at any moment. Linda, pulling them along, forward. Survival, first. Observation second. From a distant rooftop, Shade, whispered, Phase 14, final pressure. Watch them fracture, let the hunt reach the edge. Zach regrouped TECT, eyes scanning every street, every alley, every shadow. Zach, he's learning faster than we can adapt. We have to predict his reactions, force him to react, not the other way around. Viola, every street, every corner, it's his playground. He's not just a predator, he's a tactician controlling everything. FoxVill had become a predator's domain, and every human, TECT, core tech, and civilians was a piece in a deadly game. Subject 16's hunt had escalated to its most dangerous phase, showing he could dominate multiple humans, manipulate the battlefield, and push everyone to the brink of survival. Chapter 19, Counter-Strike. FoxVille streets burned with scattered fires, smoke twisting through the fog like a living thing. Every alley and intersection had become a battlefield, every shadow a potential threat. Zach, he's testing us, forcing mistakes, isolating us. We can't react blindly. Stay tight, move together, and anticipate. Viola, scanning from a rooftop, I see multiple paths he could take. He's setting up the next phase. We need to control the flow, not follow it. Ken, sensors are useless. Civilians first, then strategy. Every action must be precise. Communicate constantly. Rico, clenching his fists, let him come. Whoever moves wrong won't live to regret it. Tommy, Sophie, and Linda edged cautiously through streets strewn with debris and burning wreckage. Tommy, camera shaking, he's everywhere, predicting everything we do. Sophie, frantic, Tommy, stop filming, focus on surviving. Linda, slow, quiet, every sound as a signal. Anticipate, then act. 16 crouched atop a rooftop, eyes locked on Zach and the separated TECT members, calculating every movement. Subject 16's thoughts. Leader, strong, clever, curious, must dominate, must survive, must break them. With a burst of impossible speed, 16 dropped into the street, striking toward a TECT member who had momentarily separated. The sudden attack sent debris flying, forcing civilians and core tech operatives to scatter. Rico, shouting, protect the civilians. Don't let him isolate anyone. Viola, firing flash grenades, move them. Funnel him where we can control the battlefield. Ken guided civilians into safe streets while signaling TECT members for coordinated movement. Ken, Zach, flank east. Force him toward the intersection. Everyone else, cover your angles. 16 leapt over debris, striking and retreating with precision, testing their coordination and adaptability. Zach, grimly, he's controlling the battlefield, forcing mistakes and exploiting every opening. Tommy captured fleeting footage of 16 moving like a shadow, untouchable and calculating. Tommy, whispering, got it, proof, he's unreal. Sophie, panicked, stop celebrating. He could turn back at any moment. Linda, pulling them along, forward. Survival first. Observation second. From a distant rooftop, Shade, whispered, Phase 15, pressure mounts. Watch them fracture, let the hunt reach its climax. Zach regrouped TECT, scanning every street, alley, and shadow. Zach, he's learning faster than we can adapt. We have to predict his reactions, force him to respond to us, not the other way around. Viola, every street, every shadow, it's his hunting ground. He's a predator, a tactician, and he controls everything. FoxVill had become a predator's domain, and every human, TECT, core tech, and civilians, was a piece in a deadly game. Subject 16's hunt had escalated to its penultimate phase, showing he could control multiple humans, manipulate the battlefield, and push the team to their absolute limits. Chapter 20, Apex. The northern district of FoxVill was a battlefield. Fires licked at broken buildings, smoke choked the streets, and every shadow twisted like a predator waiting to strike. The final confrontation had arrived. Zach, this is it. Stick to the plan. Cover each other, watch civilians, anticipate his moves. One mistake, he wins. Viola, perched above, scanning rooftops, he's everywhere. He'll exploit any hesitation. We have to force him to react, not the other way around. Ken, civilians first, then execution. Every step must be precise. Communicate constantly. Rico, gritting his teeth, enough talking. Let's end this. Tommy, Sophie, and Linda moved cautiously, shadows among the chaos. Tommy, camera in hand, this is it, he's watching everything. Sophie, tense, Tommy, stop filming, focus on surviving. Linda, move quiet, move together, every sound is a signal. Anticipate, then act. Above the streets, 16 crouched, eyes locked on Zach, calculating each movement, every subtle reaction. Subject 16's thoughts. Leader, strong, clever, curious, must dominate, must survive, must break them. Apex reached. With a sudden burst of inhuman speed, 16 dropped into the open street, striking at a TECT member. Explosions of debris and fire sent core tech operatives and civilians scattering. Rico, shouting, protect civilians. Don't let him isolate anyone. Viola, firing a flash grenade, move them. Funnel him where we can control him. Ken guided civilians through narrow alleys while signaling TECT members to take positions for coordinated attacks. Ken, Zach, flank east. Force him into the intersection. Everyone else, cover angles and anticipate his moves. 16 darted between overturned cars, striking and retreating, testing their coordination. Zach, grimly, he's controlling everything, forcing mistakes, isolating targets, manipulating the battlefield. Tommy captured fleeting footage, watching 16 move like a shadow. Tommy, whispering, got it, proof, he's unreal. Sophie, panicked, stop celebrating. He's still hunting. Linda, pulling them along, forward. Observation second. Survival first. From a distant rooftop, Shade, whispered, Phase 16, Apex. Watch them break, let the hunt reach its climax. Zach regrouped TECT, eyes scanning every alley and shadow. Zach, we predicted his moves. Now we force him to react. Everyone, execute the counterstrike. Viola, every street, every corner, this is our battlefield too. He may be a predator, but we have strategy. FoxVill became a battlefield of predator and prey, every human a piece in a high-stakes game. 16 lunged, but TECT moved as one, coordinated, precise, and ready. The clash was brutal, flashes of fire, echoes of shouts, and the predator weaving through coordinated strikes. TECT fought with everything they had: strategy, strength, and timing. Zack, pushing forward, eyes locked on 16, now. Everyone converge. The coordinated effort forced 16 back, cornered but still calculating, still dangerous. Civilians watched in terror, Tommy capturing every second. Rico, striking, we control this street now. Viola, covering flanks, keep him contained. Ken, guiding civilians, safe first. Then strike. Finally, after a tense struggle of strategy versus instinct, 16 paused, calculating, eyes narrowing at Zack. The predator and the leader faced each other across the burning street. Zack, breathing heavily, it ends here. No more games. 16's grin was cold, predatory, but for the first time, TECT had controlled the battlefield. FoxVill was silent for a heartbeat. The fire, smoke, and chaos still raged, but the humans had proven they could fight back. Subject 16's thoughts: leader, clever. Adaptable, not yet, but next time, I will. From above, Shade whispered, Phase 17 complete. Observe, the apex has shifted, for now. TECT regrouped, bruised and battered but alive. Civilians were safe, for now. FoxVill had survived the hunt, but Subject 16 remained out there, a predator who had learned, adapted, and would return.